Alright, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, you already know what time it is. We got the one, the only, Don Gunna right here on the line. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. How you doing, boss?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. I hope everything is all well with you, where you are, man, during this terrible pandemic, man, you know? COVID's really kicking our ass.
Yeah, I'm good. Everything good on my end.
But I want to ask you, Don, like, what made you decide to get into the music industry initially?
To be honest with you, my best friend that had passed away, his Dash, real name Devon Robinson. We was in middle school, sixth grade. He already had a little studio in his basement, and he said, "Let's call ourselves the Young Dons." And then after the Young Dons turned into Class City, and then it just went from there.
And I have to say, man, like, that was actually one of the questions on my list about the Young Dons. Well, for that short time, what was it like being a part of that group? Like, did you guys go on any tours? Like, what was the highlight of just being a part of the Young Dons?
Now you have to understand that we was in middle school, so that was just we was kids that didn't even take it seriously. We was just kids that everybody had our song as a ringtone. The Young Don anthem wasn't nothing. We wasn't taking it that serious or had somebody around us to be like, okay, let's go do a tour with these guys. Nah, we was still in middle school. I was in sixth, seventh grade.
Hey, but you know what? I gotta say, you guys most definitely probably made an impact in your middle school for sure, though.
Yeah, we did.
And also, you are also the founder and CEO of Made Man Mafia. I have to ask you, can you tell us a story about that? And of course, what made you decide to start that company?
To be completely honest with you, I just got sentenced to 1 to 4 years when I was in prison, when I off a gun charge, and my mom was on the phone with me, and that was just something that distracted me. She asked me what I wanted to do, and I said, "Mom, I want to start a record label." She asked me what I wanted to be. I said, "Made Man Mafia." Then she went and got all the groundwork done, got all the paperwork done, and then while I was in jail doing my sentence, she was building the label, and then I came home and just took it from there.
And also, I noticed that you also have merchandise available for your label as well. If you don't mind me asking, where can our listeners actually purchase some merch?
Right now, we got the Shopify link right now, or you can just go on the website, Made Man Mafia LLC. I got the merchandise. I got a deal going on. Benny the Butcher, he Griselda Records, and he's part of the Black Soprano family. So yeah, I got that going. And he hosted my single No Face, so that's basically what the merchandise is even built off of. So yeah, that's what we got going on right now, man.
And before we move off the topic of your record label, if you don't mind me asking, who is currently signed right now? And of course, what are some of the up and coming releases actually being dropped with your label?
What's the artist that's on my label?
Yeah.
Right now, I got Bilo Blanco, also the co-owner of Made Man Mafia. I got him on there. I'm in the talks of signing an artist by the name of Merk Jones. That's just really it. Made Man Mafia, really for real. Everybody else is either an engineer or a producer, or there's other artists that I work with, like League of Villains, like them guys. I work with them. But as far as like Made Man Mafia, it's only us three right now, for real, to be completely honest with you.
And I do want to ask if anyone is actually interested in joining Made Men Mafia, like how would they go about sending you their work? Like if they want to see if they can impress the one and only Don Gunna.
Send it to my manager. You look him up on Instagram, the Black Light Effect Podcast, or he goes by Mr. Holmesiano. Or just DM me personally. My Instagram is Don Gunna MMM, and I'll guide you to my management team and send over what they need to do. I'll listen to it. My team will listen to it, and we go from there. I also provide services for artists. If artists need artist development, or they just they want to get next to somebody with a blue verified check mark, and they want to work with a certain artist, a certain producer, they can get a hold of me, and I'm the middleman. I can make that happen too. I got that lot. I'm doing that too.
And also another company that you are also the CEO of is actually a non-profit organization called Boomerang LLC. I have to ask you, tell us a bit more about that organization and how can people get involved?
Basically, what that organization is built off of, my mom came up with this idea when I was incarcerated doing my 4-year prison sentence. Basically, what it is, when dudes is coming home from, when inmates is coming home and they just throw guys in halfway houses and they just don't tell you what to do. That's crazy. Boldy James from Griselda just sent me my video drop right now. So I'm excited to kind of look at that right now. But, basically what the company is about is, like, we're helping you. My mom knows more about it, but basically what it is, the company is helping you. It's resources. It's helping you, showing you how to build your resume. It's showing you how to build your credit. It's showing you how to, you put up life skills. You feel what I'm saying? And get acclimated back into the community and get adapted back into, okay, I just was in jail, now I'm back in the community. That's what my mother built the nonprofit organization Boomerang LLC off of. She's more the person that just ran it, but she just put it in my name off of, but she's the one to talk to on that, though.
And I do want to say, I want to give like absolute huge props to your moms there, man, because that is a phenomenal thing that you and her are doing. Because you know, a lot of people, man, you know, when they get out, they're so institutionalized after a while. They really don't know how to cope. They don't really know how to be. I actually a productive member of society, man. So it's individuals like yourselves that really do give these individuals hope and really do give them a second chance at life.
Yeah, it's because, I mean, her whole thing is she was a foster mother alongside of mom raising me on her own. So she was also a foster mother, took in a whole another 14-year-old kid that had problems, and then after that became everybody's mom. That's how it turned into. And just seeing how broken the system was, and she just wanted to be able to provide a platform to have.
And one thing I do want to ask before we move on from the boomerang side of things, for individuals, I don't really know how it works, but if individuals are actually incarcerated, like say currently right now, is there a way they can actually get a hold of you guys for help upon their release before actually getting out of prison?
Yeah, Boomerang PA or at gmail.com. Boomerang PA. Hold on, what is it? Boomerang PA org at gmail.com. All you got to do is send the email over, and my mom will get right back to y'all and go from there. A lot to do, man. And she's also helping inmates come home from jail with prison sentences too. She got 10 inmates home from jail. That's what's going on.
And I also got to say this, moving back onto your music side of things, your newest single actually was hosted by Benny the Butcher. It was titled No Face. I have to ask you, how did yourself and Benny get connected? And of course, what was it like working with him?
It's crazy. I got connected with him because he was doing, you know, he was hosting a whole bunch of reasons. So, a lot of people to tag me on it. Then he DM'd me out of nowhere, said, let's work. I said, okay. And then he put me on a mixtape. Who Got Next that he hosted. I'm on volume 2. The song that I did on there is on there. Then we just went from there. Then after that, I sent him some money, got a hosting done. Then after that, I said, you know what, let me get a royalty deal with him, done with the merchandise. Then I said, you know what, I'm going to make it dope. Young Devontae is the producer. Young Devontae, if you don't know who he is, he just went platinum with Pop Smoke. He got the song on Pop Smoke's album. So I said, let me make this even more doper and get a dope producer on it. So I got a dope producer, Young Devontae, that just went platinum on Pop Smoke album, and I got Benny the Butcher hosting it. And the name of my engineer is No Face. So all of this was a marketing strategy just to get my engineer's name out there because we came into an agreement he's going to record my whole album. So I said, you know what, I'm going to look out, bro. I'm going to get your name out there. And he's a producer as well, and he makes beats. So that's how No Face and me and Benny and all of that happened.
And I gotta say, it must have been surreal just to work with him, because as everybody knows, Benny the Butcher is just he murders microphones, man. I'm just gonna say that. Let's sum it right up.
Yes, he does.
And also, I noticed as well that you actually do music reviews. I have to ask you, what made you decide to start doing music reviews, and how can artists get their music reviewed by you?
Just send it to the email, Made Man Mafia LLC at gmail.com. What made me do it is because, like, the service that I'm providing, it just makes sense. It's just it's a shortcut. It's a shortcut to the industry. A lot of these guys, they will never open their DM for certain people. So once they see a familiar name coming across the screen. So I don't have a problem using my platform to help any artist. I don't care if you never even made a song in your life. I will help you and we'll get to whatever goal you want to be overnight. That's the type of person I am. So that's what made me get into the music reviews, so I could personally hear the music and just tell them, all right, this is what you need work on. All right, this is what you don't need work on. You just need this. So I'm just here to help, man, because at the end of the day, the only way for me to make it, I'm going to need a team, and I'm going to need a successful team behind me with good energy, and that's what I'm looking for, man.
And I also noticed that you are working on a brand new album called I Run on Weed and Gangsta Rap. I have to ask you, what can our listeners expect from that record when it does get released? And of course, when is the estimated release date for that particular record?
We're supposed to drop it in September, but I'm adding Jadakiss onto the project now. You feel me? Like, I just went back and forth with Jadakiss 3 days ago. And I just ran into Bodie James, which is the fourth artist that Griselda Records with Westside Gunn, who Eminem signed. So it's just like I'm adding them to it. So it's like expected around October, November, but definitely expect in October. I got an EP with Goddams. He did Cameron Purple Haze too. He did Mob Deep, Old Dirty Bastard. I got a for sure 7-song EP dropping in October with him. But I Run on Weed and Gangsta Rap is gonna be anywhere between October, November, because I got so many different producers on there. I got Jalo Beats on there. I got Black Soprano producers on there. I got E-Net audio drops. I got the owner of BSF on there. I got Benny hosting it. Rick Hyde. I got Chillin' Davis. I got the Working Man producer. It's so many. I feel like this album is going to have the NWA response when they first dropped. I feel like this album is the 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying. I feel like this is my Benny the Butcher Tanner Talk 3. And I'm confident. I stand behind it. And I just hope the people love it just as much as I love it. Nipsey Hussle's DJ, BTip, reached out to me. And he just said, yo, bro, I want to break your music. So it's like, I feel like I'm going to get the response that I want.
And one thing I do have to ask you, because I got to give a shout out to BTip as well for actually getting us connected, but I have to ask you, how did yourself and BTip actually get connected?
Yeah, big shout out to BTip, man. For real, can't forget him. I almost dead. I'm glad you made sure we ain't forget.
I wouldn't have to.
For real.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you guys get connected, man? Because he is most definitely a G-Funk legend within the West Coast.
That's through my mom, man. My mom, that's my mom's people, man. She was like, yo, you gotta get with my son, and he wants some man, man. And it's crazy because he about to give me a video drop too. I said, yo, it just makes sense. You was around one of the legends, Tupac. The beat that Jalo Beats did is the sample from Ambition's Tupac, so I got clearance for that. I own the record from Jalo Beats. So I was like, yo, it just makes sense. I need the video drop, so we working, man.
And most definitely, man. I gotta ask you, you're putting in massive work. Like you said, you had the DJ for Nipsey, you had Jadakiss and Tux right now. But I have to ask you, other than this record, what is next for you? Is there anything else on the back burner? Anything else you're currently working on that I happen to miss during this interview that you still want to promote here live on the radio?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm about to drop Made Man Mafia. I'm about to drop that. Made Man Mafia, the cover art is already up. It's John Gotti and his boys in front of the Italian restaurant with the eyes crossed out. I'm about to drop that. Probably, matter of fact, I'm going to drop that tonight because those are all the songs that couldn't make the album. So it's all for promotional use. It's not going to be on like major platforms. It's going to be on like YouTube, SoundCloud, and Access and stuff like that. I'm just dropping because I can't use those for nothing. So I said, you know what? It's like 5 songs I got to take off the album. I'm dropping that. Then I'm going to drop the EP with Goddams. It's called Mobsters. Then I'm going to do the I Run on Weed and Gangsta Rap. And then after that, it's just creating and see what happens next. It's crazy. I be talking to so many Blue Verified Check Marks on Instagram, and who knows? I might have a song with Lil Wayne tomorrow or something. I don't know.
Hey, man, you never know what tomorrow will bring, but it most definitely is greatness for Don Gunna.
Nothing. I appreciate y'all for real, man.
And one thing I do want to say this, man, so this is the time in the interview guide that I give a chance for the individual to slide into the radio station airwaves. Just a chance to give shoutouts to whomever they want to give shoutouts to. And of course, man, your social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you and all your newest projects if they're not already doing so.
MMM on Instagram. Don Gunna MMM on Twitter. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Don Gunna. Made Man Mafia LLC at gmail.com. MadeManMafia.com. MadeManMafiaLLC.com. Yeah, hit me. If you can't get a hold of me, if I'm busy, hit one of somebody that you know is around me and be like, yo, tell Gunna this, and I'm right on it, man.
But I have to say, Don, thank you so much again for taking the time out of your busy evening to come on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM right here in Canada. It was an absolute honor, man, and I hope down the line we can make this happen again.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
You are most certainly welcome. Have yourself a great night and most definitely stay safe out there. I'm looking forward to that new record when it does drop.
Gotcha.